And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Subnautica Below Zero. We're gonna go out looking for some silver, another table coral, and a lump of gold. Now, the Architect's Sanctuary, we did see a little bit of terrible coral over there, so we'll go over there and nick a piece from over there. And then we were finding silver closer to the surface over by the Delta Station dock. So we'll hit both those places up to get a hold of those bits. And the gold will be a little bit harder to find. That's because we don't know where to look. Here's a piece of table coral. And we only needed the one right now for the chip.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen
More options
remaining.
before you spend time looking for that. Yeah, one drawback of not having this out is we obviously don't have the speed buff that is the Sea Glide out. Glenna, I should take a scan of the Glenna. Chance of lead, which makes sense. In fact, it'd be a little bit weird if the Glenna did not have chance of lead on it. For those who don't know what Glenna is a ore of lead.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Depending upon what era you are in human history, it's also a ore of silver. Not that it's primarily made of silver; it's primarily made of lead, but it would commonly also include some silver in it, which meant it was one of the better sources of silver as well. Sea truck. Okay.
Mineral-rich crevices detected below. Geothermal activity detected. Caution advised.
Caution advised. Okay. Pretty good haul of silver. In fact, that might be enough silver that I don't need more silver than that. I'm gonna get an extra 2 pieces just in case. Or until we run out of inventory, whichever hits first. Apparently no silver in this area. Although we do need a hunk of gold as well. Different type of nibbler. Or to be not nibbled on. Some lithium. Somewhat valuable in the last game, so we'll grab that when we see that. Wildlife does seem to be a bit nibbly here. Then we've got Sea Glide here. Just that little bit of speed.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Even bigger nibbling thing. Okay, let's go back up, get some air before we commit
Warning,
to the dive.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Back up to the surface.
Oxygen.
Yeah, it looks like these lily pads are a little too tall to get up on top of.
Warning,
Might be even further
30
down.
seconds of oxygen remaining.
Back to the surface, we don't have the ability to go down there that deep for that long until we get some sort of transit or get some air underwater. I think probably already put a little too close. See if we actually get back to the top. Absolutely freezing lily pad. Okay. We need. Although this is unlikely to find any. Is some silver or some gold. Finish up our last thing here. We don't know what type of rock this is found in yet. In the previous game, was it found in the same rock type as silver? Not sure. It's been a while since we played the last game.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased. Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh yeah, that was the Delta Station Island. I'm going to take another look at the Delta Station Island, see if we get lucky and find some gold on land. Because we don't know what rock yet to mine it from in the ocean. Got another piece of silver. Run away back to the island. Okay, we can find some gold here, and I have no indication that we're going to find any gold here, but it'd be useful. Chance of copper, we don't need copper. This is where we found the sulfur. Pick up snow. Snowballs. I suspect we must have got everything here on the first run through. Because we're not really finding anything else useful. Right, we can scan his bed, apparently. And the executive desk. These are mostly decorative, so you're trying to make a fancy-looking base. That's not my jam, but I can imagine other people may enjoy that sort of gameplay. Food chat saying, I'm not too familiar with Subnautica games. Are they procedurally generated? Is the story the same each time? What does the game offer replayability? I know you're new to Below Zero, so I'm fine if you just talk about what you know about the first one. So my understanding with Subnautica is that they're not procedurally generated. There might be some random distribution in the resources. They might not be necessarily the exact same spot every time, but it's the same world, same story each time. So if you know what you're doing, these games are pretty speed runnable, because a lot of the stuff in the game doesn't really change. I think the resource deposit locations might change a little bit, but
Seek fluid intake.
and by that I mean they're likely to be at least in the same biome, but they may move around where they're in the biome, or maybe they don't, and maybe that's something I don't know.
Vital signs stabilizing.
I doubt this has any gold in it. Might as well scan it. But yeah, I think a lot of the replay value for people is getting to design their base however they want to design their base. So if that it doesn't interest you, then the game maybe doesn't have as much replayability as it does for other people. Yeah, I think we explored everything up here. Ah. Oh, of course the gold goes through the wall. We found the gold. Gold goes through the wall. Oh, okay. We're able to face through the wall enough to get there. There we go. We got some gold. We found a different cave here with the calverite, which I suppose we'll scan it and probably tell us that it has a chance of gold. Chance of gold. My inventory is full, so let's stop picking up things that we can't necessarily harvest. Also where we get the sulfur from, apparently. And we didn't need much gold, we need like one piece of gold, so we've got more than we need. Battery full power. We'll mention some of our food. Battery up. Water. Definitely drink some water and pick that up. And a nutrient block. Okay. Oh, this is a one-way way down. Okay, so I see where these paths exist. Okay, so let's get back in the water, get back to base, and get our stuff built. If we need more gold or silver, we can come back here. Now that we know better. And we're staying underwater here for the trip just because the Sea Glide is faster than swimming on the surface. Although we are using the power in the Sea Glide, so little give and take here. We'll get back to base, we'll get the base builder built, and then we'll be able to build custom bases. Most notably, we can build custom bases elsewhere, so we can have the ability to build stuff without having to go back to base every single time. Or build shallow, or build deeper, so we have places where you can get air deeper down. To go around my other coral sample. That's a problem that I've got too much stuff in my inventory, so I gotta do some compression first. We're gonna need some more wiring kits, so I'll make another wiring kit. I think we're gonna want 2 more wiring kits. Got 3 things that need it. One computer chip. Allows us to build a habitat builder.
Adding emergency shelter blueprints to your databank. With the Builder tool, you can construct sea bases from raw materials, advising against exploring a frozen water continent without a base. No bed, no storage, no place to put a fabricator module. No fun.
So we don't have everything we need for the mobile vehicle bay, which is probably what we're going to really want to go deeper. And I've probably been messing it because I haven't been looking very hard. Could use a couple more wires. This is copper. So I'm just going to find a little bit more copper. Thunderstorm, okay. What did I put in the storage here? Just a couple snowballs, okay. Habitat builder. Did not use the full charge battery to build it either. Interesting. Here's our habitat builder. Obviously we're going to want to build habitat. Apparently don't have enough lead for the foundation. Okay, we're going to go grab some lead. And we're mainly here for the battery charger and some lockers, I think, to start with. We don't need a very big one. Okay, so we don't need a foundation. Good to know. We're going to want a door. Hatch. It's going to require quartz.
Oxygen.
We've got quartz, so that's not going to be a concern. In here. Grab a lump of quartz. So now we've got a base.
Warning. Emergency power only.
With no oxygen in it.
Production offline.
So on the exterior, we're either going to have to get... Well, probably at this depth, we're probably going to go for the solar panel. So I need to get some copper. I need to get some quartz. Okay, so that's just going to be titanium. That's more. You need some oxygen. Let's go. The surface gets some oxygen there.
Oxygen.
And we're exploring the surroundings. Mostly looking for oxygen, although quartz is pretty nice if we can find it. Here's one piece of quartz. Titanium, not what we're looking for. Copper, that's kind of what we're looking for. A lump of quartz. So we got enough for the solar panel at least. Titanium, not what we're looking for. Although, I'm looting it anyway. Okay, let's slap a solar panel on top of our thing here. So we need more quartz, more titanium, and more...
All primary systems
And I
online.
mean, we might not need more of all of those. Let's hop in here. We now have some oxygen in here.
Captain.
Let's start. I need quartz and quartz. Okay. Build a second solar panel. I think we're going to want a second one for when we got the power batteries being charged in there. Okay, we got a couple pieces of quartz. That'll work out. And we quickly put you together. Doubles the power in there. And then inside... Oh, I don't... oh, no, interior modules. At some point we want the interior stuff as well, like the filtration and stuff like that, but that's off in the future. Short term, probably going to want a locker so we can store stuff in here. And fabricator, so we're going to want more quartz, more copper. And then we're trying to do the battery charger, which is more copper. Okay, need some more copper. At least that's the second most common mineral out here, after titanium. More copper. Random egg, which we don't need.
Oxygen.
Surface of oxygen. And then send. Yep, there goes the last of the power in our Sea Glide here. Where we're trying to get a battery chargers and charge the batteries and not just be rolling around on actively placing them whenever they run out. And then for the battery charger, I'll need copper wire. Copper wire can be made in the fabricator. Out of 2 bits of copper. I only have 1 bit of copper, so I gotta go find another piece. Okay. Okay, so I need more. Need more copper. For sandstone outcroppings. Because, well, most of the time it's going to give us titanium. The rest of the time it's going to give us copper. More quartz. Here's a copper, so that's enough for the one wire, although really I want 2 sets of wires, so I really want 2 more copper than that if I can get that. There we go.
Oxygen.
So that was titanium. Because the ore that we're looking at right now isn't 100% copper. There's another deposit. That one actually had copper in it. Okay, so I should have exactly the right amount, which means I'm going to want more later, but for the moment we got enough. Of course, what we need is we need to first turn the copper into wires. And we'll go ahead and get the compass first. So now we can see which direction we're pointing. I might not personally make great use of that, but I will, in fact, probably try to make use of it. And we can build a battery charger. And, of course, in the battery charger, we want to put our empty batteries. So here's one. And we'll swap the one out of the light bulb, out of our flashlight. Put the empty one in the charger. So those will slowly recharge in here using the power of the sun. So we can stop tracking. I don't have you queued up as a tracker. That's how I have. Okay.
Survival rate would be greatly enhanced with the construction of an underwater vehicle.
It's not wrong. Doesn't mean I'm going to be building it anytime soon, but it's not wrong. Okay. The next thing we probably want to be building, with what we've got discovered, is the modification station. So I need lead, quartz, or table coral. The not useless titanium, but put the titanium in the stereo storage there. So we want gold for what we're building. I need to get some table coral. Do I need wires for that? I don't need wires for that. I do need lead for that, so we'll take the lead. So I suppose that just means I need the table coral and titanium, which we'll probably end up getting on the way. And a little bit of quartz. That's not too bad. Or I can pick up the titanium on the way back from that location. So the alien sanctuary here is probably where we're going to go first. That quartz, I'm saying. Sea glide fragment. Yes. There we go. Wait. That didn't count. I'm not looking for coordinates. Nope, don't take my glide. I'll check quickly. Diamond. Okay. Don't know where to get diamond yet. That's gonna make that harder to build. Okay. Scanning a sea glide fragment. Before we need, well, we don't need it, right? So if we scan it, we're just gonna get some titanium out of it because it's surplus at this point.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Interesting.
Warning,
Oxygen plant.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Go back up to get some oxygen. So we're looking for diamond. And a little bit more sea coral. So we can build that chip. In the meantime, we can also get copper in these ribbon plants to make a few extra batteries. The battery charger does hold 4 batteries, we only got 2 in it.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Warning,
Here we go.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining. Oxygen.
Yep. Might have cut this one a little close. Yep, a little close for comfort there. Could definitely do with the next oxygen tank level. No, as far as we can tell, no diamond in this biome.
Warning, passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Yeah, without improved oxygen efficiency, I don't think we're going to be able to stay down here long enough to be exploring where we need to. Meantime, we can yoink that. Rebreather, okay, that's what we need to stay down this deep.
Warning, 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
30 seconds is enough time to get to the surface. Okay, let's go figure out what we need to build that rebreather. That may be allowing us to explore much deeper and longer. Well, I think it's longer and deeper. Allows you to more shallow. Okay, silver and stuff that's really easy for us to get. Okay. May need to go looking for more fragments to get the boat builder, basically. Submarine builder. That combined with the rebreather will allow us to do a lot more underwater. Potentially get to where the diamonds are going to be.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Batteries are 80-something% charged. Going to silver. We need to make a silicone rubber. And then you can only equip one rebreather, so I'll equip the one we've
The
got.
rebreather facilitates extensive free diving by recycling air more efficiently at significant depths. Breathe the freedom.
Now we can go deeper safely. We're still short the diamond for the other thing we were working on, although I now have the gold. We can go ahead and make the chip. That should save us some inventory space. Copper wire, because of course. Did I have the stuff for copper wire? No, I'm short of copper. Okay. Go out and get that quickly. Not what we're looking for, but we'll make one of those. And then water and or food at our choice. It's titanium, not copper. That was copper. There we go. That's the copper we needed. Make another bladderfish.
Oxygen.
And then we can pop in here, make some food, and probably put a part break in here. The fish does go off, and that's one advantage of the water that you make out of the butterfish has over the other fish. Is that water does not spoil. Oops, I ate a raw fish, was not what I was trying to do. Cooked, cooked. Read a little bit there. And then we'll turn the bladder fish into water. And I suppose if I want to make those batteries, I do, in fact, need to go find more copper. We'll do that early next part, I think. So we've got all but the diamond we need for the modification station. So things we're on the lookout for is diamonds. So we need one of you, and the chip here. So if we can find 3 copper, we can go ahead and make 3 more batteries. So we can have a rotation of batteries. And with that, I think we're at a good place to put a part break in. Early next part, we'll go ahead and grab 3 more copper, and then we'll go back out exploring. We need to figure out where diamonds are. My suspicion, if it's anything like Subnautica 1, is deep. That's all I got going for me as far as where to go looking. We have the rebreather, so we can now explore at deeper elevations for longer. So we'll see how well that works out. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part, and bye for now.